Hi, first grade. I hope you're well. Today we're going to be talking about taxonomy. Taxonomy is a way of grouping, classifying, naming different species of organisms. So let's go. So we know that these two, what these two living beings are. We know that this is clearly a human and this is clearly a dog. This is actually my dog. You're going to see it this week. And but we also know that they have scientific names, and maybe you know the scientific name. So a human scientific name is quite common. Maybe you've heard before. We say Homo sapiens, and a dog. Maybe some of you know, maybe some of you not, but would be Canis lupus. Okay, and that's what taxonomy is. Taxonomy is using these names to group different organisms. Okay, so if we look at a human and a dog, they have some similarities. They have a vertebrae, which is like the bone and the spine going down your back, but obviously they're very, very different too. Like, look at the nose, things like that. Okay, so this is what we're doing with taxonomy, naming things based on their similarities and differences. And this is how we do it. Okay, so there are 8 layers to this kind of classification. Okay, and you work your way down. So this layer is very, very big. It covers many, 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 many organisms. And then as you go down, you get more specific, more specific, more specific. And then a species, you essentially only have one. So, for example, a red fox is Vulpes vulpes, okay? Because that's the genus and species. But a fox will also be all of these things as well. Foxes are carnivores, they're mammals. Gurudata means they have vertebrae, they're animals. So let's go. Just a little bit of history. So this is called Linnaeus classification, and it's a system invented to organize living things and a system invented to show the relationship between organisms, and it's invented by Carl Linnaeus, a Swedish botanist. So what we're going to do is now in this class, we're just going to go over the 8 different layers, okay? And I'm kind of going to focus on one common animal that we're all very aware of, okay? Because obviously there are millions and millions of different organisms, and it'd be very hard to explain all of them. So I'll be focusing in on animals. So we start off with domain, which is this first one here. Just to let you know, there's domain, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. We're going to go through each one. So the first one is domain, and there are 3 domains, okay? There's eukarya, which is organisms with eukaryotic cells. There's bacteria, organisms with prokaryotic cells. And then there are archaea, which are a different kind of organism with a different kind of cell. Actually, a lot of these organisms are no longer living. Okay, definitely eukaryote and bacteria are the common ones now. So we look at eukarya. This is the domain, and then we can look at all these different things. So all these different things are the kingdoms. So with eukarya, you've got 4 main kingdoms: protists, fungi, plants, and animals. Okay, so they're the different 4 kingdoms. So let's go down to just let you know we started with eukarya, and then we're going to go to animals, which is here, animals. And now these are the animals. Now the animals can be divided into these general groups. Okay, as you can see here, you've got insects, you've got starfish, you've got lots of worms, you've got snails, lots of different things. But we're going to stick with chordata. Chordata means it has a spine, okay, it has a vertebrae. Vertebrae is are the bones in your back which protect your spinal cord, okay? So we're going to go with chordata. And then these are all the different chordata, okay? You got some fish, sharks, amphibians, reptiles, birds, but we're going to go with mammals. So let's go to mammals. And then these are all the different types of mammals, okay? And this is now the order. So why don't we go all the way to primates, okay? We're going to go to primates. And then for primates, we can go down to all of these things. And even though it says humans here, this should be hominidae. Hominidae. So we're going to go to hominidae. And then we're going to go down here, and then we're going to go to Homo. Then finally, these are the different species of Homo. Okay? Homo habilis, Homo erectus, Homo neanderthalensis, and the one we're looking for, Homo sapiens. So these are the 8 layers of classification. So we know that this is a human, but we know that the correct scientific name should be Eukarya, Animalia, Chordata, Mammalia, Primates, Hominidae, Homo sapiens. But we only use the genus and species, okay, most of the time. So we just say Homo sapiens. But technically, all of these are part of the name, okay, technically. But just Homo sapiens is fine. So these are some questions that I'd like you to do. So for question number 1, you need to have the full 8-word scientific name for a saltwater crocodile. That means you need to have all of these words, okay, all 8, but the ones for a saltwater crocodile, not a human. And then for question 2 and 3, you only need the 2-word scientific name. So just the genus and species, just the final 2, okay? And then finally, for question 4, you've got to find the common name. I've given you the genus and species, Helianthus anus. You've got to write down the common name. I'll give you a little clue. For this exercise, Wikipedia is going to be very helpful to you. I know people say that Wikipedia, we cannot trust it. However, it is regulated, and the information that it does have on taxonomy is very, very good. So I recommend you using Wikipedia for this activity today. That is the end of our class on taxonomy, guys. I look forward to seeing your answers, and I will see you in the next class. Bye bye.